What's going on, guys? Philip and HD here, bringing you guys another gameplay commentary. And today what we got here is my first nuclear. Now, this was the last match I played, and it's kind of long. Sorry for the lag there. Sorry for that little lag. That was like theater mode lag. But yeah, I recently just got this. This was the last gameplay. This was the last game I played. And I was honestly so scared. My hands were shaking. I've been trying to go for this nuclear for honestly a long time. And I wasn't, this is a solo, by the way, and I wasn't playing the objective much. I did it just to get points. And my teammates, they did help me a lot. At one part, I believe I called in a VSAT. And right as I called in my VSAT, they call in a counter UAV, so I'm like, shit, I don't think I can get this now. But from there, I go and another teammate, when the counter UAV ends, I sort of just camp a little bit. When you get a nuclear and you know you're close, I start camping in a corner, but not for too long. But when you, what was I going to say? But right after the counter UAV comes out, the counter UAV is done, my teammate calls in a VSAT, and right there, I was lucky to stay alive because I saw, and I didn't really pay much attention. I turned around and and I saw the guy, so I jump shot him. And I'm gonna be giving you some a little bit of tips on how to get nuclears, because on YouTube, I've been looking at a lot of tips and tricks videos, but really it comes down to your own personal preference of what you want to use. So in this, I was mainly using my my MP7, and I'm using quick draw and suppressor. I don't really find that I need fast mags on it. I can handle with the reload time. I'm not using a secondary because I'm using 5 perks, and the perks I'm using are, I believe, flak jacket and Ghost. And right there, as you saw, the guy was in the counter UAV, so I'm like, shit, I'm screwed now. But I'm using flak jacket and Ghost, and as my perk 2 slot, I guess I'm using toughness and scavenger. As my perk 3, I'm using tactical mask. Now the reason why I'm using those perks, first, because the Ghost gets you off the radar, which is pretty important, because let's say the enemy calls in a UAV, they won't be able to see you. And right here, not there. They can call in a if they call in a UAV, you won't be noticed. Flak jacket, so if they're throwing C4s, nades, etc., you won't die. And I'm using toughness because toughness just reduces flinch, which helps you win better gunfights, and scavenger because I want more ammo. And I'm also using tact mask because of shock charges and all those things, concussions. Now here I get pretty scared because there are enemies all around me. Good thing though, that enemy that was walking up there did not turn around, because he would have killed me. And I'm pretty close here. I think I get my relentless right here, and you can't really see it in the gameplay, but when I was playing, my hands aren't shaky anymore. But oh my god, they were so shaky. It was like getting my first Moabber, right? It was like playing Modern Warfare 3. Once Black Ops 2 came out, I only started playing MW3 2 months or 3 months ago. My first Moab on, I was pretty shaky for some reason. Here, I almost died because I see the sentry gun in the corner of my eye, and I just bolted. And Rihanna was looking at me in that picture. And so some tips I can give you are to mainly use the score streaks I am using. Don't use high ones. I'm using UAV, counter UAV, and VSAT. The reason is because UAV, I'm using the UAV so I can see enemies. And sorry if you can hear my brother in the background, he's kind of yelling. But I'm using that so I can see enemies on the radar, and then I'm using counter UAV so they can't see me on the radar. And there I almost died too. Good thing my teammate saved me. I almost died here too. But and then I'm using VSAT so I can see exactly where the enemies are. Now, on this map, I didn't expect. I always thought my first nuclear would be on Raid, because Raid is a pretty easy map to get a nuclear on. And the suggested game types for getting nuclears, I really suggest Ground War if you're good at that game type. I am not. I'm horrible at Ground War. There's just too many people. So Ground War, 6v6 kill confirmed, and 6v6 domination, same applies for Ground War. As you can see, I'm pretty nervous right there, so I go back to that spot to reload, or wait a little bit, check my radar. So, yeah, I suggest using those kill streaks. And the guns, I recommend SMGs like MSMC, Vector. PDWs are right, MP7 and
Hostiles have destroyed your UAV.
Let's see what else. MP7 and maybe the Scorpion if you can control the recoil. But I always suggest using a silencer for nuclears because it's really hard to get a nuclear without a silencer because the enemies will know where you are. And I think right here or about here I get the nuclear. But so that's basically it for the tips to get nuclears. I will be actually bringing you more nuclears, and I get the nuclear right there. Anyway, this has been Philip in HD. Oh, and also, I want to give you a little update. I have joined a new clan called Bold. I will leave the link in the description, and I'll talk about it in my next commentary. And I'm out. Peace!